Alright, let's get started, shall we? Gotta get some work done on this card processor. Finish up this little bit here, and then see if there's any more work that needs to be done. Oh, hello. Oh, Moonfeather. How's it going? Here. Right there. Oh, that's nice. I'm doing alright. just getting some work done on this lovely card processor for my deck out. Otherwise, I'm just chilling. Appreciate you for asking. If you don't mind me asking, what'd you have for dinner? Cauliflower, cheese, and sausages. I see the vision. I personally am not a cauliflower enjoyer, but I can see how I can see how that works. As long as there's, of course, there's plenty of seasoning and or sauce as well, because that definitely requires seasoning or sauce to go with it, I think, to make it taste good. Fair. Sounds like a nice easy meal to make. Always nice to have a nice easy meal. Don't have to think too hard. Don't have to work too hard either. I appreciate it. I hope it's pretty cool. That is kind of the whole. That is the hope at least. But cool is a very subjective term and perspective on things. You play Minecraft at all? I mean, good is subjective. Honestly, good is in the is a very relative term, because I think there's a lot of different ways you can be good at this game. You don't have to be the best at something, or particularly anything super skillful, because I think there's a lot of things people can be good at in their own ways. That's what makes this game pretty fun and pretty nice. Lots of creativity. Yeah, it's always, and that is another aspect to it. Being able to just continue trying to improve is also quite nice. Yeah, Decked Out is a game, so I am a fan of this game series called Decked Out. Decked Out is from the big Minecraft group / server, social media personality group called Hermitcraft, and it originally started with one of the content creators there named Tango Tech back in technically season 7, but the one that everyone really knows and since evolved from is Decked Out 2, which is from season 9. And he's actually currently working on his third. I'm working on my second one. And I do it for the purely for the fun of the game. I just enjoy the game series that much. Yeah, there's a really good chance if you're a big fan of Minecraft, there's a really good chance you've heard of it just by pure pure luck. Yeah, indeed. It's a game I wish more people knew about and enjoyed, but I also understand it's a very niche game to get into, very difficult game to get into as it is. You watch Hermitcraft all that often, or just heard of them? Ah, awesome. No, that's actually probably one. This is probably one of the best times to find out about them. To be honest, um, they're a great group of people, very good people, very good at the game for sure in their own rights. Um, it's cool that you're getting into them though. How you liking it so far? That's awesome to hear. I appreciate it. Yeah, what some of the things that they do is pretty insane. But that is kind of the dream life. That is the ideal life for that type of career because that's what they do for a living. So that if they're not good at it, then what are they without it? But because of that, we get to get experience some pretty cool stuff. For sure. Yeah, it's definitely a lot more enjoyable for sure when people can just enjoy what they do, but doesn't always happen, unfortunately. And they have spoken about that despite what they do and where they are, they still have times even now that they they don't always enjoy every single aspect of what they do. But it's a job. And it's It's what you gotta expect. Anybody in particular that you've been watching or trying to watch, or is it kind of just a little bit of everyone at the moment? Hmm. Yeah, let's get back. A little bit of everyone is probably the best way to go, but I can also understand focusing on a few because there is a lot of hermits to keep track of. I would say Gem and Green are definitely Gem, Green, and Pearl are definitely a good starting point. Tango, I'm happy that you're doing Tango. It's just a bit unexpected because Tango doesn't typically get as much love as the other hermits, but it is definitely cool what Pearl's doing. Both Pearl and B-Dubs are kind of doing something similar in that right, taking a little bit more from the outside world and bring it inside for their builds. So, as well with Corrales. Ah, and Wells. I forgot Wells is also doing something like that. Ish. Yeah, it can be. He's a bit of a madman like that. He's a bit of a mad lad like that. But because of that, it's because of what he does and the way he is. We wouldn't have the stuff that he shows off to us otherwise. And it's pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome for sure. So Decked Out is a dungeon crawler, deck builder, roguelite. The idea is you'll enter a form of dungeon with a compass. With this compass, you then have to go explore the dungeon and find where it's pointing to within said dungeon. And then when you get to that location in the dungeon, you'll get a treasure, a special treasure, a unique treasure for it. Then your goal is to then escape with this unique treasure. And the way it works is, whilst this is happening, you're also trying to avoid ravagers, maybe some other mobs, and then also just the dungeon trying to stop you from getting out as well. So there's forms of punishment systems that are constantly trying to thwart your run. And you keep doing runs, and each win you can have a chance to buy a new card to add to your deck, and which in turn makes you a stronger runner for the next run, but also it progresses you further throughout the game. And that's kind of the basic idea of it, in short. It's a lot easier to understand it through C than actual tell, unfortunately, just through the nature of the game. So if you do want a decent idea, I would recommend looking up Decked Out 2 from Season 9, and just like Decked Out 2 runs, either from, probably be best from an actual runner instead of Tango's POV, because Tango, as the game master, he was just watching and keeping an eye on the game, but also getting content just by watching people run, because that's all he had to do. Glad you think that. And I will say his Decked Out 3 is about 10 times better than Decked Out 2 ever was already just in the planning stages. Not just for the build aspect, but also the actual redstone and game implementation aspect. A bonus fun fact, my first Decked Out was actually based off Decked Out 2. And I started this one when I first heard the announcement he was officially going to do a Decked Out 3 in season 11, this current season. And I heard that back in before a month or two before season 10 ended, in one of his VODs. But yeah. And it's all done in vanilla. All through Redstone. The only mods that there are client-side mods, so allows us to easily add custom audio, custom textures without having to do a complicated texture pack or custom audio to texture pack and all that nonsense. On top of that, there's some other just like easy mods to make like Redstone run smoother and the game run better. Just basic life client-side mods like that. No game-changing things. There are some data packs, as you've probably seen, like the armor stand data pack /mod, where we can add custom armor stands and do a lot of cool stuff with them. That's been around for a long time. It's just been improved on in the recent year or two. I know it is a lot. Welcome to Hermitcraft history, where I know probably way too much for my own good. also recommend, if you have the time and if you are so invested, if you do get more invested, to check out streams of hermits as well. Those are always great to watch, depending on them. Yes, I am working on the card processor for mine right now. So my decked out is a bit bigger than his. Quite a bit bigger, actually. I'm going all out on this one. Mine does a bunch of things. It does a lot of the same stuff that Decked Out 2's originally did. Well, actually everything Decked Out 2's did, but on top of that, I'm implementing mechanics from nerdy tabletop games, tabletop card games like Hearthstone, Magic the Gathering, Slay the Spire, and then some other roguelites like Balatro. Yeah. And I'm just currently adding in the final bits and bobs, and then I'm all good to go to get to testing at some point in the near future. Yippee me. It's gonna be a lot of testing. And a lot of debugging, and I probably am not doing that on stream, because I don't think I have the brain power to do that. Appreciate it. Some have called it a UFO, but I'm sorry to tell you, it is not a UFO. But some have mistaken it for a UFO, yes. I'll show you in a minute. Let me just finish this a little bit up here, and then I'll go ahead and show you. Does that reach? No, it doesn't. Darn. Darn. Because what is it? 3? It's 3 off? Ooh. Yikes. Oh, we're so close. You know that. Fine. I guess I'll have to survive with another repeater. Got be stupid. Got be stupid and lame. All right. So the UFO question. It's a bit too rectangular to be a UFO. So that is number one. Not rectangular, too squarey, too boxy. But at a glance, I could see how I can get mistaken for one. But in reality, welcome to the first floor of my Decked Out. So this is the first floor of 6 floors that I'm going to be building. Thank you. I tried. And yeah, the idea is I'm going for an open world build feel, where this is this first floor is the main floor. It'll be the largest floor of the 6 floors. And the idea is the player will probably spend 50% of their runs here, and no matter what difficulty they're on. I'll give you a little walk around as I talk. And the goal is to feel pretty immersed. It should feel like a different world when you walk through here. At least that's the goal. There are 3 genres, three themes, build themes I have gone with. The first one is steampunk. The second one is dystopian. Then the third one is Victorian. My original inspiration was from the game Stray, where with the orange cat puzzle game in that big cyberpunk city back in, I think, like 2020 or something like that, something around that time. I know, it's an awesome game. Funny enough, I built all of this before I played the game, but after playing the game, like, I felt even more confident in the style, in this way I was building. So now I know a good direction I can consistently keep going towards. But yeah, that game, it's a beautiful game. They did a very good job with how it looks visually, but also how it feels. And then on top of it, I'm trying to make it feel like a little bit arcadey in a sense, where some aspects during the run, because of how all the actual game part of it works, I want the game part to feel like an arcade almost, where as you're running around, as much as dark and gloomy as this is, you're also feeling you're enjoying your time here with all the different sounds, bells and whistles going off. That's a work in progress over there. I'll show you that after I show you what is done. This here is one exit door. There's 2 exits in this game, but this is one. The other one is on the exact opposite side of here. This one, what the exit doors do essentially is at the beginning of the run, they'll stay open like this. But as the run progresses, and you start to lose time, parts of the door will start to shut. Like so. Eventually going all the way down till you get to the very end. Gets all the way to the end until there's only this little bit left. And then obviously, once you reach your limit, this little section here will also shut. Now this line right here, it as cool as it is visually for the build, there is actually a secondary purpose where one of the punishment systems that thwarts you, it will these exit doors will be blocked off because of a punishment system that you have to try and stop. And you can make the barrier go down when this happens, when it does happen. But you just gotta be wary, because it might happen in your runs. Let's see. Then moving back over here. Yeah, there's also this top area I forgot about. I will say a lot of the people who played in my first decked out and also or know about, like, big fans of just decked out as a whole, the most exciting thing I've heard they're anxious for is, I appreciate it. I didn't really work all that hard, I'm gonna be honest, on the design of the door. Well, the look of it. The redstone aspect I did actually have to kind of work a little bit hard for. But yeah, I think the biggest thing that people are most excited for this game is just explore. There is a little bit more. Hold your britches. We got a little bit more special, some special stuff in store. So another thing with this map is you can explore pretty much almost every building in the game. And everything is all interconnected with itself in some way, shape, or form as well. So it is a big maze, in short. But it's all connected in a way where you'll learn the routes, and you won't get stuck, so to say, like in one spot forever. But yeah, there is a lot of verticality in this map. It's one of the biggest things to look out for when learning the map, is the amount of verticality. There's also a bunch of different fun parkour hidden spots and nooks and crannies to look out for all these special areas. Glad you're enjoying it. Let's go this way. Work in progress. We are still in the very early stages of these builds, though, because I don't have any interior done. It's all exterior at the moment. Over here. This is the Commerce District. Right, I forgot to mention this. The first floor is separated into 3 main districts. The first district, which we are in right now, is the City District. Right now, exactly where we are, though, is called the Commerce District, which is a sub-district of the City District. The next district is called the Forgotten Village, which is that dark, gloomy, Victorian-looking village that we went through. Then the last one is called the Industrial District, which is still very much work in progress. There's only very early beginnings of planning. But in this Commerce District, there are 4 floors, and here you can get food, essentially. You find ingredients, you cook your food, and then you get out. That is the whole purpose of the Commerce District. Now if we go this way, back to the center. So here, welcome to the center. This is where every run you begin. You start right here, you drop right here with all your bits and bobs. And you get to choose all of these, between all these different paths that lead to all these different areas. And in my eyes, it kind of feels like you're going through portals, which I'm really happy about. Because you can kind of see how they're all they're slightly different, but they're all interconnected. But yeah, the center is kind of your North Star of direction if you ever get lost. Or if you ever need a way to get to connect other areas somewhat quickly. And then, yeah, that should be it. Yeah, so this is, I didn't show you every little bit, but that's kind of that's the most of it for the, that is important. But yeah, this right here, from here to there, is the first half of the city district. From this cutoff to here is the Forgotten Village. Here is the industrial district that is work in progress. Then over here is the second half of the city district. And then between the two halves is this corner right here, which is the commerce district. And I actually last stream yesterday, I started planning over here on what this area is going to kind of look like. So I did consider maybe working on it today, but I decided I should probably finish that card processor a little bit more. Get that a little bit done. But yeah. Thank you, thank you. I don't take yourself for granted too harshly. There was practice and time before I could do any of this. Lots of practice and time. I am not a natural at this stuff. I am no prodigy nor genius. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I will say that is one thing I'm quite proud and happy about, is how the map is coming out so far. I kind of just free flowed most of it. The most I did was plan out where districts were going to be, and then lore kind of helped just bring everything together, one building at a time, a couple buildings at a time. And then we got to where we are now. Part of the reason it's kind of taken a little bit longer than I wanted it to for this entire build for this game so far. But I digress. Glad you enjoyed it though. Always happy to make people happy to see cool things. Now, I will say, I think what Tango is doing is very good, a lot better than some of the stuff I'm doing here. As much as I appreciate the compliment, I mean, I accept it, but I don't like the word genius. I am one of those people, unfortunately. Genius would be Matt Bat Wings. That's genius. Genius would be Tango, actually. Well, actually, no, definitely not Tango. Never mind. Genius would be unironically kind of Korean in some ways. Genius is Etho. Etho is a genius. And my sensor signal. Do I even need to? Because how does this work again? Da 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 da. So card gets read, energy gets copied down to here. If it's discarded, it'll be discarded, but if it's not, then it's held, and then we move to the next card. It goes through every single card slot. Then this reaches its limit, in which we then have to either do a second one of these or just reset this one. Kind of want to just, it would probably be better if we just reset this one, I guess. Yeah. Go here and then release this. I need to put this over here. Whoops. Because we need to wait to do that. You. When that runs out, when that runs out, this sends a signal down to here. I'm realizing now that this also has to be, we'll probably have to get removed, yeah, because that's over there now, which means we have to change the direction of all of that as well. But this goes here, and then we need to send a single tick. It's too way too bulky. At this point, we might as well just do a basic one of these. And then this goes while this is here. Need to release the items through here. Okay. That was very quick. Yeah, I don't blame you. Redstone is definitely a complex thing to get into. Like I said, I have a lot of experience and practice. Well, I have enough to get me to this point. I wouldn't consider myself having that much. Okay, guess we can't do that. Darn. Gonna see if I can maybe simplify that all. I can't. Or I can't. Sadly. I'm glad. I am glad though that you're enjoying what you're seeing. So, oh, I'm a fool. I am a big fool. I am a fool of fools. That needs to go like that. There we go. So let's just do. We'll do shovels. I like a good spoon in my life. Because I am a spoon. Oh. I figured as much. Ah, we're so close. Okay, that should theoretically fix it. That should theoretically do it. Nope. Okay, never mind. So in theory, if I just did that, that should just fix it all though. Yeah, okay. I really didn't want to do that, but that's fine. It'll be fine. Probably. Maybe. Yeah, probably. Once this is done, if that does its cycle, then we have to run through it all again, where that is connected to a new counter, which is connected to this system here. if I remember the order correctly, such that that will turn on to release all those in correctly manner, and then these will slowly get filled up. Then that should reset once that empties by the time everything is done. And then this goes ahead and runs through all that counting a second time. How do I want to run through the counting again? Exactly. Maybe just a call. Well, I guess we could just do... Oh, I know, we could do a queue. We could, wait, no. No, I'd probably be better. How long do I usually stream for? It depends. Usually between 1 to 6 hours. I know it's a very wide range. It just really depends on what I'm doing, what time I do it, how I'm feeling. I'm an on and off streamer, unfortunately. I simply play the game and streaming it for very specific reasons. I've tried streaming for as an actual like thing to be an actual thing, but it's not for me. Just not for me. Ah, darn. Well, to make you feel better, I'm probably gonna be ending soon because it's 5 a.m. and I got work in about 7 hours. So I should probably get some sleep and be a responsible adult. And all that fun biz. And then this just goes. There we go. There we go here. Let's grab some stone. Do, do. Popping wobble. And then whenever, then if this ever goes off, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's how that works. That is how that works. There we go. Now it's fixed. Whoop-de-doo, up to here, and then let's just erase this so I can add that thing, a pulse extension. Yeah, just nice basic pulse extender here. There we go. And and this also has to reset. Lovely. It's all pretty interconnected. Awesome. Now let's just go check all these funny signal strengths. That reaches good. This also reaches good. Perfect. Oh. That's why. Let's just quickly do a reset here to make sure that this all works how it should work. Yeah, there we go. Wonderful. And I'm realizing now, this can't go here like this. For one simple reason. Oh, unless, oh wait, no, I just do. I can, no, it's easy fix, easy fix. I believe that should fix it. In theory. So if we just go 1, 2, 3. Yup. Wonderful. That also has to needs to reset this. So maybe we connect this like maybe instead we do this. Simplify this to one circuit. Um, I think I did that math. Yeah, and then that'll go right there. Alright, let's try her again. One. Wait, that is the wrong one. Whoops. Should still be fine. Hmm. Okay. Fascinating. Fascinating, I dare say. Wow. Wait, what? Okay, so it worked. Huh. Why did you... Much confusion. Lots of confusion. Alright. Let's try this one last time just to be sure. Ah. So why do you go back up again? Resets it. We do, it does the resets a cadoodle. Goes in there, sets that up, and then pulls it back down once it's empty. Oh, cause we're emptying out the filter. I guess as long as it works, that's all that matters in the end. So like, let's just dump in all 20 then. Where are we sitting at? 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, Moonfeather. Sorry, if you're still here, thanks for the follow. I don't have alerts still. I'm a professional. Alright, it does work. Perfect. Alright, we're all good. And then this simultaneously resets this via, which line do we want to pull it from? Oh wait, no, can't do that. That's not where that goes. These have to be separate lines. Yes, see, redstone on camera is it's a thing. I don't know if it's a thing I like to do though. No worries. Studying is important. Your studies are far more precedent than any brain cell lossage on my stream. This goes here. What? Oh, that's powering you. I was like, what is powering you? Burner 2. There we go. No, no, I don't. Nah, I don't think that's how that works. Sorry. As sometimes the most painful stuff is always the best, is the thing you should be doing. It's the thing you kind of should do. Because once you do it, it'll make you better. Like me procrastinating doing this card processor until the last month and a half. Hmm. But like, once it's done, it's done. Just tear it off like a band-aid. Just rip it off already like a band-aid. It'll make you feel better about it. Makes it go by a lot easier. Then and this counter that also has to go back over to that one over there. Whoops. I kind of need that. go and add a lovely reset button over here. I have no idea where it is. Oh, it was right there. Strange. Okay. That's kind of the reason I didn't want to do the thing, that one thing. So let's try this. Yeah, okay. That fixed it. Perfect. Alright. I think that might be a good stopping point for now. Yeah, that's probably a good stopping point for now, because we got that there done today. We cleaned up some of this stuff. We cleaned up a lot of this area up here. Then we just have to add a turn off system to reset. We just have to do a full entire processor reset of this entire thing. Indeed it is. And I'm pretty sure there's still some stuff left in that still has to get done before the reset. Because I don't think I even got that fully done. No, I definitely didn't get that fully done. There's still a few things left in that, but I digress. It is what it is, and I just work with it. Hour and a half stream, not too bad, not too bad. I think, yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Feather, thanks for the follow. Thanks for hanging out here. Have a good rest of your evening. Good luck with studying. And thanks for anyone else who might be in here. But yeah. Don't know if I'm gonna be here tomorrow.